Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Roulette Rivals 8 PC bracket. We are lower bracket round 3 today, and we are watching MaxMasters versus Gordiniroy. And I'm joined today by lovely co-caster in Crewdy.
Hello.
And we're off to New York first, which I don't think we've seen too many times actually since we've had the new rules of Roulette Rivals 8, because obviously it has been default banned in the first few rounds as far as deciders go. Not many players have picked this yet either.
No, I think it's split opinion a bit. I think the new ruling. Some people I think really like it. Some people are very much against it. So
Yeah,
it's an interesting one.
so far I think people seem to enjoy it more on New York than Dartmoor. I think Dartmoor people are still finding maybe a little bit dull, which is unfortunate. You would like to see a full map pool be viable across the board.
Yeah.
The one target maps do make it quite tough to make them enjoyable. This is I personally quite like the change. Actually, I don't know if you've had much of a play on these yourself.
I got to play Dartmoor yesterday as part of my match, and it was different. I can say that much. It was definitely more of a challenge. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of undecided. I haven't really seen much of it on New York yet, but I feel like New York will be a bit more interesting than Dartmoor still. I think Dartmoor's. I'm not sure there's much that can salvage Dartmoor as a roulette map. In all honesty.
I think I agree. But do you want to read us this first spin? What have we got on Dartmoor? On New
Yeah,
York,
we
even.
have Tina Savalis, a loud explosive weapon as the janitor, and we will be retrieving the backup data disks as the bank teller.
Yeah, so both startable disguises, which is
Yeah,
what I like here.
I would tend to lean towards what Max is doing here and start bank teller. He's a little bit harder of the two disguises to get, not a lot, but
Yeah, no, I'd agree.
And it's loud explosive, so obviously you can do an exit detonation.
Yeah, and Athena does have a fairly easy soundproof room, of course, if you isolate her up in her office. The first little side room going into her little secret room is soundproof. But yeah, I just realised I need audio from one of these guys.
Yeah, I think in terms of how the new conditions go, I think this is probably going to be kind of run of the mill New York. Unfortunately, we'll just see one disguise change and an exit detonation. Other than that, I think everything else is going to be kind of the same. We're going to see 3 or 2 Calmers on the two. Was it Fabian and Mateo? Or are they the same? I can never remember.
Yeah, I'm not very good by name, to be honest. Buddy's going to rip here, unfortunately, as the janitor is illegal up there. Max looks like he's going to wait for Matteo to walk all the way back through here, which will take some time.
Yeah. Might be better off waiting and trying to get him as he comes up around to where Fabian is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just got some bit of lag here for Max. I think yeah, I would go the bank teller style. I'm just having to think, because there is janitor is fairly easy, and I would probably say the best one to go for is the one near the fired bankers. I believe you can get the exit key there to use that exit, just in case.
Yeah,
they
same
do
place,
want
same
to.
place you would start as the janitor, effectively. So
Yeah, pretty much.
doing a loop.
And yeah, like I said, that guy does drop the key that would allow you
Yes.
to use that little exit, just in case you want to do a loud exit. You don't choose to isolate Athena, sorry, in the usual place.
Yeah, Max is having real connection issues right now, which is not good. There's not much you can do about that other than, I was gonna say maybe reboot the game if it lasts for too long, but he is back in.
Yeah. Will cost him a little bit, but obviously Gordy did have a rip as well. We've seen Max have a rip. Gordy might have even ripped twice, I can't remember. But now's when we'll see how these guys want to isolate. Gordy going straight into Athena's office. Thought he might have gone for a peekaboo there.
It's interesting because Gordy's going to have to come back up for Athena's data disk now by starting janitor, which is an interesting choice. Whereas obviously if Max goes for the, I suppose Max is going to have to come back up actually, isn't he? Because you've still got to get the kill as the janitor. So
Yeah, well, that's the thing with
yeah,
New York
it's
now.
quite an
It's
interesting.
generally quite a lot of back and forth, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Gonna see little sort of standard 3 bodyguard isolation here from Gordy. Take down Dina as well.
I think Gordy's probably thinking it's easier to just get up here, take her out, and then he's only got to come back up for the data disc. But
yeah, smartly didn't get the CEO key from Athena because he didn't want to risk picking up the backup disc by accident. So he chose to get it off her sort of the personal bodyguard rather than just the standard one. He is going to take her into the soundproof room. So smart from Gordy, and then he'll just need to worry about getting his bank teller.
Yeah, Max is just his first disc off of Perez.
Yeah, it took him quite a long time though for what to. He did sort of wait that out. Needs to make sure he shuts that door. Yeah, I had a little bit of a panic there, but there we go. We can see it is a nice soundproof room.
Getting a little bit of teleporting from Max here, which is interesting.
Oh, and he's been caught as well by the other backup disc guy. Like I said, I'm not very good with the names. I'm sort of someone in chat can confirm which one's which.
Fabian and Matteo, I believe.
I think Matteo is the white suit one, isn't he?
Yeah. Fabian Mann and Matteo Perez, I believe. That's my New York.
Gordy's gonna rip to the
enforcer.
Yeah, the super enforcer there. Yeah, he is always super annoying. I must admit, I've learned the hard way just in practice on New York over. Even before we had the new conditions, I always just wait for her to move regardless.
Yeah, Max looks like he's going straight up for Athena now, so he looks like he's going to wait for Perez this time.
Yeah, but he's still going to stay in the bank teller start, so he must just be planning on. Oh no, he's having a replan after all. Oh, we didn't have a smuggling at all, which is interesting. This is a map where you pretty much want to smuggle. Quite easy to access. Woody's gone for a.
Woody's having real issues with his dirty console aim here on PC.
Yeah, we know he bought a mouse and
controller in hand.
We saw in Discord he bought a mouse and keyboard the other day. He's clearly not made that switch over just yet. Hopefully one day.
Probably between this one and the next competition, I imagine he'll be getting a lot of practice in. But yeah, for now he's going to have to get that console aim. There we go. Yeah,
obviously,
a few restarts.
Obviously, he can leave that disguise there. He's not got to worry. Not the disguise. Sorry, he can leave the disc there. No one will pick that back up.
Yeah,
he just needs to remember to go and pick that up at the end.
Yeah, there is the option here. I think if you start bank teller, I think you've got the option here of the kind of 2 minute. It's around the 2 minute 20 mark where Fabian and Perez meet at the top of the stairs. I've always used that method. It's quite effective. Bring a snail in with you, and you can get them both at the same time. Obviously, Gordy won't have the snail. He is very anti 7 Deadly Sins. I don't know about Max though.
Gordy looking like he's going for a replan here. He's just going to go for a security guard start by the look of it, which is interesting to not take one of the disguises that you can get for free. But I think he must just be planning a quick isolation of the first disc here. It is easy to make it up to Athena's time in here.
Yeah, it does mean he's going to have to get 2 disguises. The bank teller, I mean, you can get the bank teller in the break room. He's quite an easy one. Would probably, I imagine, be the preferred one to go for.
Where Gordy's heading here. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing down here. He's grabbing the truck key.
Maybe going for the free Calmer in by the IT guys? Nope. Changes his mind.
Something down here I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, I'm sure this is the makings of a master plan here, I think. Okay, so what's in this lockbox that I don't know about? Chloroform. A free snail.
We might be planning on using that for the meeting, as you said, between... although we have seen him already isolate, actually. He did already trank.
Yeah, taking the free tranked gun there as well.
Interesting. See, Max is just trying to get one of these bodyguards to leave the room, doing it the long way with throwing distractions.
Yeah, I think he tried to peekaboo Athena in there, but missed it, unfortunately.
Yeah,
The first time.
that's something I've started doing myself. Is that peekaboo just as she sits down? It's quite handy, that one. I think this will be the janitor that George is going for here. So this will get him the key. Gordy, by taking the wet floor sign away from that room to use as a distraction.
Yeah.
Gordy, he's accidentally KO'd someone, but he'll have no issues with that one.
You can KO. It's an easy KO on the janitor. If you take that wet floor sign that he's working by, he'll KO himself and give you the key.
Yeah, he didn't need to use the trunk there, but
also far more comedic to watch him fall over on the wet floor than tranking him. So a missed opportunity.
Gordy is interestingly, I find it interesting. He's going for a Krugermeyer shot on the evidence box rather than just smuggling in. Just smuggling in like an EMP or something.
Ooh, he just got an NTK. Showed up the guy who had slipped on the puddle.
Well, that looked to me like the janitor, because he wasn't wearing any clothes. It looked like a janitor he'd taken down. Leave anything on the floor?
No, so the janitor has been spotted and he's been given an NTK for his for the pleasure.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate for Gordy, saying he drowned in a puddle. Which, I mean, you know, if that's how that works, that was the slowest fall in all of mankind, because he'd been down there for quite some time. And Max is restarting as well.
So it wouldn't be classed as a drown, it would be a fall, unfortunately. According to Hitman logic.
Yeah, and it's an interesting one, that.
Yeah, I think Gordy will be probably raging a little bit at that one.
Gordy seems adamant that he wants this chloroform flask as well.
Yeah, I think he might be going for the double. Like he is getting. Yeah, I don't know whether he's going to use that for the office, but he's going to have enough trank shots for that. So, yeah, I'm intrigued at what he's actually going to use this for.
Yeah, I'm surprised at what's going on here. Max is
Should have comfortable timing to trank both the disc holders. Oh, Max been spotted that.
Yeah, and I didn't realise Max looks like he plays with a controller as well, which is something I hadn't noticed before.
Possibly, he did convert from console to PC, I believe. So he might have just decided to keep the controller along the way.
Digi with an interesting theory there, saying did someone wake the janitor up and then he slipped back over on the wet floor and died? Which, I mean, I don't know what happened, but that was...
It definitely showed him in the pit, didn't it? So
yeah, whatever that was kind of funny regardless, in truth, but not for Gordy, of course. He'll
no,
won't be enjoying that one at all. Fair enough. Yeah, so, well, Blunt's saying there that puddles dry up when someone slips on them, but of course, technically, this janitor here didn't slip. He was tranked by Gordy, and Gordy. Oh, it is an illegal act.
Maybe we've just discovered some sort of bug to do with tranking someone on a puddle.
Yeah, someone test that. I know someone here will have enough time to get that theory tested.
Someone on a puddle, let them get woken up and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm curious actually. Like I said, I mean, very painful for Gordy there. That really does suck, but at the very same time, it is almost comical in a way what happened there.
All right, you got my attention.
Yeah, I mean, he probably would have had a quick rage here, and he's probably put it out of his mind now, I imagine. But definitely something that he'll want to go and watch back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just sat thinking. I can see Blunt's in chat as well, just saying it's a new kill method. I suspect if that is a confirmed repeatable bug, we'll see that in some contracts very soon. Would be my guess. Just because it's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming to a featured contract near you soon, probably.
Ooh, Max, I think he just got a side KO on that bodyguard, but managed to get away with it.
Kept his green guns. You can tell he had a little pause there after it happened, where he was just waiting for red guns to maybe show up, but Fortunately, got away with it. Is Gordy going to trank him again? Question. And is he going to be on a puddle? Going to go for the trank.
I mean, last time he did just try to remove that wet floor sign and got spotted, so he's probably a little bit wary of doing that. That is the easiest way to do it, but
I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm going to keep an eye on Gordy's timing here, really, because I am curious to know as.
Oh, okay, so he's. Wait, the lady in the. Oh, okay, that's because he moved the wet floor sign in the basement, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's the one by
Yes.
where he opens
Okay,
up
yeah.
to get the claw.
He's moved the wet floor sign, so she's gone down. That makes sense. That confused me as well. I thought he was just having random NPCs falling over then.
The janitor that was found for him has there is a chance that he just doesn't get spotted because you can see there's normally a guard who spawns by him. But he's not there at the moment. So whether or not that guard returns, or if I know he can get spotted from sort of across the map.
He's caused panic there, and that wall is wall hackable. That little wall just inside the door is very much wall hackable. It's very see-through.
He's just going to jump in this clothes bin and just hang out for a while. We can see Max, meanwhile, is infiltrated.
So we've got a body found on the janitor now, but we don't have an NTK this time. Yeah, there it is. He's getting. So you just saw there. He got lit. He started to stand up, slipped over, and it's an NTK.
Yeah. So. Oh, that really and the worst thing is no one can even tell him what's happening here until after the spin.
I'm guessing that's specifically to do with him being tranked on a puddle.
Yeah. So
Gordy's just found a new bug that.
Yeah, I think Pidgey you
may have known about already, but that's definitely news to me.
Pidgey was right here. It does look like he's not slipping twice. He's obviously being tranked, waking up and insta slip.
Yeah,
in that sort of brief
just
moment,
see his
they must
body
have
move as he tried to stand up, and then it said NTK. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm wondering if does a tranked body just sort of have really low HP, sort of similar to how
could be the case. Yeah, yeah, he's only got like 1 HP, and that does it. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Whether Gordy's worked that out or not is interesting.
This is the vault, 47. The data core should be behind that large steel.
Yeah, so the question is, how does Gordy approach this now? He must have realised it's the same guy twice now who's done that. So you'd think he
I'm really sorry, but
probably ignore that guy this time and maybe... But he either needs to trank him early or... well, yeah, I mean, he's throwing a different object. I'm wondering if he thinks it's this one up here. Or this sign down here, sorry.
Yeah.
It's concerning for Gordy.
Who made that noise?
But yeah, I mean, the easiest thing for him to do would be to just remove the wet floor sign for the janitor. That is we know that works. That's this kind of standard way of getting that guy, but it's whether he's realised. I think he might have thought it was that person down there, or is maybe he might just lure the janitor away from the puddle this time and trank him just to be certain.
Yeah, I can see Gordy's in the Discord as well. I think he's got NTK's question mark, but again, no one can really answer that, unfortunately, without sort of giving away information to help him in the spin, which would be illegal.
He's just completely ignored the janitor this time.
I can't ignore him for long, though. I mean, it'd probably be easier if he just went to throw something to bring that guy away. I just don't know if, obviously, when you're in the middle of playing, it's easier said than done to just, just say, Gordy won't be thinking that that's what the issue is, will he? He'll just be thinking that he's being scammed by the game, as it were, or something like that.
Yeah. So he's decided to completely leave him this time, so he's not even going to go for that janitor, or may choose to come back for him later, potentially.
Yeah, well, of course, it is a loud exit kill, or there is that as an option, potentially.
Oh, there's not, though, because they have to go back up for the data disk, don't they?
Oh, of course, yes, you're right.
Yeah, this is why, because I said earlier it would be an exit kill, but of course they have to go back for the data disk, so...
Yeah, well, I was saying that, I mean,
if they went to get the data... Yeah.
But he's not in that disguise either, so he would have to knock them out and get the disc. and then that would just be like even an extra step, and there's already 2, which is already on a map like New York. I mean, I played this the other day in my game versus D-Rune, and compared to playing this once pre RR8 changes, it does feel so much slower.
Yeah, I mean, you can see already we're nearly 20 minutes into the stream, and it's very rare that a New York map goes that long, so...
Sure, but...
I mean, Gordy could potentially, if he's going to do the setup, obviously, he could... Oh, side KO City in here today. Gordy with a horrible side KO as well.
Yeah, but he's got away with that as well. I think you might be a little bit ahead of me here, but I'll give the stream a refresh in just a second.
Yeah,
guys.
Gordy may choose to do the isolation and then go and get his janitor, detonate, get his bank teller. So there's no reason why you don't have to stay in the janitor for very long. I think that's probably what his plan is, but...
Yeah, and that is what Gordy's done, but he has gone red guns, actually. He couldn't handle the main bodyguard of Athena in time. I'm just curious as to what Max is doing here.
Yeah, he doesn't have a trank. I think he was just trying to delay Fabian then, but I think he realised he was trespassing and he probably shouldn't KO someone on those stairs, although I don't know if he would get found on those stairs.
As far as I'm aware, he would never get spotted.
He's not here now.
That is usually where people trank him. Yeah. I mean, I'm still just thinking about that NTK. That's still super crazy. Yeah, it's I mean, it is causing Gordy bigger problems than just ripping one of those runs, because it's clearly making him rethink his whole plan here.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, all he needs to do is move that guy away from the puddle, but he might not be thinking that in his mind. He's probably thinking that guy is just a no-go now.
Yeah.
There must be some sort of bug with that particular NPC.
Yeah, I mean, we did see him last time. He would have been early enough to trank the guy like where he is now, which is outside of that puddle, but yeah, Gordy doesn't seem to have... As I said, it is difficult to... I mean, we're still not 100%, and we're just sat here watching. He's actually going to play this as well.
I mean, his other option, he is picking up the trank, the third trank gun. I think he's got 3, so he could always just trank the security guard who's there as well. But I assume it's the security guard that spots him as he turns around.
Yeah, well, I know. So Gordy, we can see he brings a Kruger with him, so he's...
Okay, so that's why
he'll have at least one trank that he brings in, I'm guessing, and he'll pick up another, which gives him 4 darts to work with. But obviously, he wants to save 2 of those for the sort of easier backup data disc collection. You don't want to be knocking out Fabian or Perez. Help it.
Gordy is back in the room. He got a body found last time he was up here because he KO'd that side KO'd guard. He does have Athena in the room now, and you can keep her here by triggering the router, which is my preferred method.
Yeah, I mean, he's managed to get her a bit panicked anyway. She's seen one of the 4 Nova bodies. I mean, one of the bodyguards is going over to investigate. He needs to make sure that's quick enough.
I'll get locked down, but that won't be a problem, does he? He's got a wrench in his inventory there. Or he might just choose to punch her in the face.
Yeah, I mean, he can't throw a duck at her. Yeah, I was going to say, there we go. He needs to make sure he doesn't pick up that disc.
I think that's probably the hardest part of this, is restraining yourself from picking up the discs. It's such a thing that's ingrained in your mind from doing this that...
Yeah, 100%. It's challenge. Obviously, he can't even detonate this time. He will take the cameras out while he's here, because he can do that from her office. Might have got the CEO exit card as well. No, not going to bother.
Play the rest of the spin with red guns, which is always a little bit tentative, but he should be fine.
And I don't like leaving through the door.
No, both of those guys can rip you, but he's got away with that.
And he's on the hunt now for Perez. Not Perez, no, he got Perez at the start, didn't he? Fabian, sorry. He still wants Fabian.
probably be in with the investment bankers right now, talking to them.
Literally, yeah, good timing.
Just on his way back, actually. He's just finished his cycle.
Gordy, you may as well just wait till he starts climbing up the stairs.
Yeah.
The Max has just grabbed the first of his what they call backup data disks. He actually came in here without taking out all of the guards. There's still one in here. Able to sneak around.
Already choosing to just KO him. Like you said, I think that is fine. I don't think there's any issue.
And Gordy grabbed the key card there. I had a bit of a panic thinking he was about to.
Yeah, I think he just double checked as well to make sure he'd only picked that one up.
Yeah, 100%. I said it's just
Tiny
taking
bit of
that
panic.
extra second, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easier said than done.
So he's gonna have to backtrack a little bit. Oh, Athena is in the soundproof room, isn't she? So like I say, he could just grab a janitor, detonate, go grab a bank teller.
Which is probably what we'll say. I just realised, I bet it's chloroform. That'll be for the bank teller, because there is the man and the woman bank teller in the break room.
Yes. Yeah,
So he'll just
there is
drop
also
that
a bank teller next to where he is now that you can get around the corner and he won't ever be spotted, in my experience. But he's got the chloroform, so that's probably the better choice. This guy's not going to be in here because you haven't triggered him.
Yeah, and I don't know why he's not here. That is a female bank teller.
The guy will come in here, but it depends on whether he triggered the conversation as he went through the hallway. Because you have to trigger the conversation with him at the desk with the lady, and then he will walk all the way up into this room.
Yeah, that's going to feel super slow, but we can see Max here. Looks like he's going to try and...
Like he's triggered it. The guy's still on his phone. I don't think he's triggered that conversation.
I am more curious as to what he plans on using the chloroform for, if not for this.
Yeah, with chloroform in hand, I would definitely be going for the two in the break room. I don't see any reason not to go for them.
Yeah, it looks like he's just having a run around. Are you going to go for the janitor instead? No. He's going to go into the break room.
Yeah, he's possibly just realised these two here.
He's going to bring one in manually, which works as well. He can, obviously, he did have plenty of sedatives available, but he can now just knock this guy around the back of the head with a crowbar.
I'm very much intrigued at what the chloroform exercise was about now.
Yeah, well, he did it in pretty much every single run, so you know,
yeah,
logically there was a theory. He's turned the photocopier on, which means he's going to bring her in here. I didn't think he meant to do that. Okay, now he's just going to have to KO her as well. Yeah, we can see Max has just got another one of the discs there. I think that was Fabian. He just has Perez to deal with it, and then he... I don't know if we saw him KO Athena and set up an explosive. I didn't quite catch it. Literally just bumped into
he has
Perez.
2 data discs, so he must have already got Perez's data disc.
No, I think he's got Fabian's and Athena's.
Of course, he's picked up Athena's, hasn't he?
He just needs to follow Perez here, because he will be able to get him on the stairs with the... Oh, and Perez has actually just spotted Fabian, which means he's going to run over there. Doesn't look like it's going to create, you know, there's not much attention being gathered here, so he should be able to fire a quick trank shot off his back here.
He hasn't got any.
Yeah, he's got one.
He's just realised. Oh no, he had. Sorry, I didn't see that fire. It looked like here.
Yeah, he just hadn't reloaded. He's picked up the key card, not the disc. Go back. Yeah, there.
Okay, so he is looking good for an exit detonation here.
And Gordy's already gone back up to get. He is in the bank teller.
Oh,
and how has he got away with that? He's lucky. If he was trespassing at all, he would have been super screwed there. But fortunately, because he's in a legal disguise, Whoosh is just that much slower.
Frank is
he's such a
he's
troll.
a horrible, horrible character in New York. Super enforcer to every disguise.
The Gordy's just making the rounds, just collecting the disc. He has upstairs already. He's gonna have to jump around. Yeah. Yeah, Gordy's last one was Perez, who is on at the top of the stairs. Change and run back down the other set of stairs instead.
Yeah. And Mac, I think he's trying to decide which janitor to go for.
And I don't know if he knows. I mean, the one that Gordy was going for is definitely the right one. He just needs moving out of the way slightly.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to trigger the conversation between the guard and the lady in the toilet, you could lure that one in, or both the other two janitors are by toilets who you could lure them into. So there's a few you could go for, but
How could she do this?
There we see Gordy's just trying to take a pretty long way around here, and oh, he's going to chloroform the janitor. Yeah, by the look of it, now he's not in the puddle.
yeah,
That should be okay as long as he hits both of them. I don't think he's hit the. Well, he's not hit the janitor there. He's just got the
No.
guard. He has got a spare trank.
you can hear Gordy cursing through the screen. He doesn't even have his mic on.
Yeah, he did. He did tell me he was going to mute his mic just for family-friendly stream. You can see he's got his green guns back, so now he just needs to go back to his bank teller. Yeah, and now he just needs to run to the top of the stairs, down on the first floor, and he will have the last disc to collect, and obviously the main door is right there.
Yeah, Max is just struggling to find a janitor, I think.
Yeah, but I think this will be
Or struggling
this
to get
looks like
up
it'll be
that
going in
level.
Gordy's favour here. And honestly, I kind of hope it does, just because after those NTKs, I really feel for him.
You know,
Just
Max
be
is going to be
careful
very
of that
close.
woman.
If he can get this janitor and get the key, he's
Yeah, we
got his
could be on for a
3
photo
discs,
finish.
doesn't he?
And this janitor will drop the key to that exit, as we said.
Yeah.
So, and where the hell is Gordy going?
Where is
Gordy's going for the
Gordy?
truck. I mean,
Oh, wow.
oh, this is definitely going to go to a photo finish. Yeah,
Oh.
this really might screw Gordy's chances up here. I mean, we've seen both players with a fair few loads here, but yeah, I'm surprised by Gordy's choice here because he was pretty much free to go to the other one. So that is Gordy out. Press done on the spin. So, but has Max not planted an explosive? I'm not sure why he's not detonated already.
Oh, no, I didn't see. Maybe he hasn't.
Yeah, well, Pidgey, he's not even used the not even got the target kill yet. I don't know if he just forgot to put an explosion down. Yeah, this is any hopes of a photo finish disappearing rapidly here. I know he looked like he was just trying to get to an exit here, but this looks like it'd be going in Gordy's favour.
He doesn't know about the key to that janitor exit. That would have been a guaranteed photo finish.
I mean, both players going for some pretty wacky exits compared to where they were in the spin, but so he has planted a rubber duck. And yeah, I mean, this still might be in photo finish window here. Get confirmation from Throat, but I think this will be a photo finish that will just be. Oh no, and it's not even gone to a photo finish. We see Gordy taking these 2 points. I am curious just to know how close that would have been, but I think on PC you'd probably been looking in the 40 seconds, and even with the amount of loads both of these guys had, I don't think it was ever going to be made up, unfortunately.
Of relief from Throat there, because both of them had a lot of restarts, especially Gordy near the beginning there. That would have taken quite a while to work out.
Yeah, I can imagine that would have been yeah, a little bit on the painful side to figure that one out, but
It's unfortunate for Max. I'm guessing he just didn't know about that key and the janitor exit, because he would have been straight out otherwise. And yeah, Gordy as well, going all the way down when he potentially could have just gone for the main exit or the janitor. Or yeah, he could have just gone for the main exit. So interesting.
Yeah, I mean, as Vine says there, very dramatic New York, and I have to agree. It's usually, I mean, even with the new conditions, I wasn't expecting it to be a sort of a 30-minute map. Yeah, both players just, neither looked super confident on New York. But with the new conditions, that's not super surprising either. Yeah, it's a definitely interesting one, and I must admit it could have been a lot closer if Max hadn't known about the janitor exit there. I had just asked for it in our admin channel as well, and it was a 63-second split, so it was actually 16 seconds away from a. It was a bit further away than we originally thought, but for sure, if he'd have used the janitor exit, that would have been a different story.
Would have been a lot closer.
Possibly still not enough to recover, but Never know. That's the thing.
Yeah, still a very exciting map.
Yeah, 100%.
Back and forward. So
Yeah,
let's
that's
hope
good. That's Gordy
that
taking
Marrakesh.
Max's pick there as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Only hope that Marrakesh is as exciting, and hopefully we get something a bit spicy here.
Marrakesh, Gordy looks very happy with Marrakesh. It's quite a nice record there. He's been here 10 times.
Yeah.
He's won 6. He's tied 1 and lost 3. So, given the amount of times he's been here, that's quite a healthy record.
Yeah, Max hasn't been here. Not in competitive, anyway, obviously.
As we say, we've got no roulette rival stats at least.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of an unknown. Yeah. Map record 438 by Chris X3. That's going to take some beating, I think.
I mean, I might have to have a quick look actually while we've got a bit of time here before the next spin. I'm curious as to what the kill conditions actually were for that record. That is
I believe you
very
used
good.
the emetics to get Reza to the consulate for that one. So
yeah, would be right. So we've got we had Razor Zaydan neck snap as military officer, Klaus Stromberg Fiberwire as military soldier.
Wow, okay,
yeah.
All on a nice little silver platter for you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that is quite the dream spin. In Roulette Rivals World Championship or whatever it stands for, I always forget.
Yeah, we saw quite a lot of, or a number of records broken in there, just purely down to the amount of matches that were played, I think, in the World Championships. With the group stages and everything like that. So the chances were you were always going to have a couple of easy spins coming up during that tournament.
Looks like 8 of them by my quick count on RR stats. All set during Roulette Rivals World Championship. Someone tell me what it is. Is it World Championship or World Cup? Championship.
World Championships.
Yes, 8 coming across there and across a few different maps. Oh, we've got 2 in Season 1. One of them's Marrakesh, the other one was Sapienza. One on Whittleton Creek. Plenty going around there. Of course, we also saw the New York record was set there as well, and I think that's one that we definitely won't see beat again. Now we've got the new extra objectives.
Yeah, we've seen a couple set during this tournament already, so everyone is up for grabs. We've seen Santa Fortuna yesterday, the last map to finally go under the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, we had Hokkaido as well. Pidgey, that was in the very first match of Roulette Rivals 8 as well.
We had a Berlin from Linux Penguin, so a new Berlin record as well, sub 8. So
yeah, very nice.
The records are falling and getting very much quicker and quicker. So
yeah, well, whilst I'm still on the stat page, there's only a couple really. We had Yanini on Miami, which was in Roulette Rivals 3. That's 5-minute 23. That's the oldest one, and then we've got a Roulette Rivals 5 on Colorado. But other than that, we're pretty much RRWC, RR7, or RR8. So players definitely improving very quickly. The new strats. Less than 5 seconds for the spin now. So I'll take this one if that's all right.
Yeah.
And we have got Razor Zaydan, Falling Object as the military soldier, and we've got Klaus Strangberg, Scissors as the food vendor. Now this is potentially a very quick spin. Not quite a world record, but food vendor start, grab the scissors on your way to get Klaus.
Yeah, scissors are literally in that room right next to them, aren't they?
Well, I think there's 2 in the the actual sort of like city centre part. I always feel it's called, but the market area. I think 2 pairs of scissors.
I'm getting confused with the screwdriver, which is in that little room.
And so Falling Object on Razor as well. Just an interesting point to note on that one. I believe the toilet is basically what you want to see. Now, is there a ruling on the breacher? Using that to sort of send toilet for a really quick falling object.
I imagine that would be perfectly legal as long as it's the toilet that hits him. I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be legal for a remote kill.
Yeah, I seem to remember there was banned, but I think it might be back now. I don't know if someone can confirm that for me. Yeah, I was under the understanding for a while. Yeah, flying toilet is okay from Infofun. I thought it was, so that could be something that's nice and quick. And it seems the kind of bizarre thing that Gordy would know to do, being
Well,
friends
see, it
with
is military.
420 and all.
Yeah, it's military soldier, which is one of the harder disguises potentially. You shouldn't have too many issues with it, but
Well, the thing to note is that it's not legal to take into the school. Really, I think is the main point, isn't it? Even though it is a military disguise, it's not any use really getting into the school. And Gordy with a restart, but I don't know what happened there.
yeah, I didn't see that either. He was in the he just got into the basement. Yeah, so I think Max has got confused in the same room that I has, getting the screwdriver and the scissors mixed up.
Yeah, there is. We can see from Gordy. Gordy's
Yeah, there's a few just
grab.
in the.
There's literally one right here, and there's one on the next bit as well.
Yeah.
Gordy bringing in key hackers, which I find interesting, just to get through that door without using explosives. Oh, Throat saying that Gordy forgot the scissors. Thanks, Throat.
Max, I think, was just checking that guy was a street soldier. Then.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a bit ambitious if there was a plan. If there was a plan in use.
Yeah, I think he was just checking the disguise name. It can be a bit confusing being 3 different military disguises.
Yeah, obviously you got the military soldier, the military elite, and the military whatever the other one is.
Yeah.
The commander or whatever it is, captain, something like that.
Red hat.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what he's best known for. Yeah. That's right. Got no game audio again. I forgot to turn it back on for lobby screen. There we go. Yeah, as we can see, set off one explosive just to make it that much easier to get to the door. And he hacked his way in, and well, he'll probably have about a minute wait here because I suspect he'll be going for the standard isolation in this little room up here.
Yeah.
Always feels like such a painful wait, doesn't it, as well?
Yeah.
There's not really anything he can do to prep here. He can't go and grab a military soldier. Has to make the...
No, just gotta wait. Okay, so Max has gone for this military soldier, which is probably the obvious one. We just see Steve, the intern, walk by. He doesn't spot him.
Yeah, well, what's strange, though, is he started food vending. I mean, he's leaving one of his disguises there, and he's going for the one that he doesn't need straight away. So he's going to miss the Klaus timing if he's going for Razor first. Not unless he plans on bringing Klaus downstairs with the honeycomb or cherry blossom lure, whatever it is. Honeycomb, I think, from that end, isn't it?
Honeycomb for Klaus.
I'm getting there. I'm starting to learn.
I thought... Well, I thought honeycomb was honey badger, so at least you know the actual real name of it. So, Mouse has seen that body, but that's not an issue. Although the guard downstairs did just get a question mark, so he is going to have to make sure he boxes these 2 bodies, because I think that guard is on his way up. He heard Klaus's scream from downstairs by the looks of it.
He's hiding him anyway. It's always a good idea.
Overpowered disguise.
Except for that one other janitor at the top of the other stairs who's just a real pain.
He's not get into the security disguise, which is one of the worst disguises on any map.
It's like the one time it's useful is when you need to get over there. That guy has the craziest head turns.
Yeah.
He sucks. And Max, we can see, I think he's going to go for the same thing again. He looks like he's going to try and get into the military soldier disguise quick. Maybe.
Yeah, Gordon just having a look round, probably trying to decide which one he wants to get. There is quite a lot of them on the map. It's just picking and choosing which one you think is the... Yeah,
well, I know Gordy. I think we've seen Gordy's got a trank, so I'm surprised he didn't just do a thrown object behind the trucks near the consulate. You know where you sneak over the fence? There's a few of the guys around there that you can bring around the back and just prank. I think you can even knock them out as long as you hide them. Okay, you're normally not too bad. But Gordy's just going to play it safe anyway and just grab the same one we saw Max get. usually this one here, or there's the other one who walks sort of out the front of the shoe shop. They're generally the ones you tend to see often. And Pidgey, that's a good question actually. Yeah, I believe the toilet is the only falling object that's viable, at least. As you said, you've got the moose as an option, but given that it's banned on Klaus,
biggest coin in history to get him to the moose.
Yeah, that would be an interesting.
All 20's already on it.
I'm sure he's probably already got it done. Wouldn't surprise me. But there's a challenge set. Anyone?
Yeah, I guess there's the cafe sign as well. That's a good one.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, but I mean, generally speaking, none of these are viable. And
The toilet is the only one that makes any sense, really.
I mean, which is interesting as to, I mean, the flying toilet is legal, but is it something you'd want to chance? Because if you miss, you kind of, I mean, I don't know with what kind of consistency that works. But, I mean, if it's something you want to try to save those precious few seconds, it really could matter, I suppose. It won't on this spin if Gordy is going to carry on as he is, but of course he doesn't know that.
Already got his soldier disguise. Going for the safe trank.
I'm going to knock out the... Oh, no,
No, you just gonna distract him to get him to look at the guard there, and that'll take his enforcer status away. He's got caught. He needs to... I was going to say, he needs to move away a little bit because he's...
too close to the gate.
Yeah.
Not the physical gate, but yeah, the gate of Hitman logic anyway, that what actually determines where they start trying to enforce and things like that.
Should be pretty routine from here, you would say, other than you've got to wait for Klaus to come. You got to resist the urge to KO Klaus while he's upstairs, or not Klaus, Reza, sorry. Which would be the standard way of doing it.
The interesting thing might be here is whether or not Gordy goes for the keys. He doesn't need them, but he has got a spare trunk, so it might make him tempted.
Yeah. And he's got a bit of time here, because I say he's got to wait for Reza to come upstairs, look down, then go all the way back downstairs. Yeah, he looks like he is going for that.
And he's not going to bother
optimizing his time a little bit.
Not going to bother with getting a different disguise for that, which is fine. As you said, he knows he's got plenty of time.
So maybe wanted to get out of that room just to make sure he doesn't accidentally KO him. I think that's ingrained in the brain as well, isn't it?
I'm going to wait for the timings to line up here, and he'll be able to trank the officer. That's the word I was looking for before. Officer. Not a captain, he's an officer.
Street soldier and is going in for Reza now. So choosing to go Reza first.
And he's going for an infiltration that, I'll be honest, I would never expect to see. He's going like through the weird staircase bit.
Yeah.
Generally something you never see. Even in casual gameplay, you don't see this.
There's quite a lot of people here. Oh, he's got away with it.
Yeah,
there's a window here he can jump through.
Also, I would just like to say I find it a shame that we can't joke that Gordy's got another falling object kill. This is clearly one he knows, though, so we can't mock him for it.
This one, so, yeah.
It's not as funny as the Sierra one. Sorry, Gordy, when you watch this back. We all love you, bro. I just find it quite funny. I mean, Pro is our admin, so I'm not saying he rigs spins, but he might, so, Kidding, of course. But yeah, Gordy's just got to wait here. Go for the
say, don't go too fast. Nope, he's got it.
Yeah, very nice. And yeah, we know he's got the keys, so he's just going to jump out this back window here. Truck keys in hand, and he'll be out in just a few seconds. He just needs to be careful of the guys, but he's got really good timing here. Actually, he's just missed him at the window.
Yeah, that would be the horriblest way to rip on the exit here.
That's GG for Gordy. And Max, unfortunately, just couldn't quite get it going on Marrakesh there. I don't know if he managed to get one of the targets. I think he spent a bit of time just trying to figure out how to get into the school. So I'm not sure. I think it's safe to say he's probably not a big lover of Marrakesh Max. And you saw from Gordy's stats, he pretty cracked at this game, or this map, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, Max had a 0-0-0 across the board first, so maybe hasn't played overly that much Marrakesh. So, yeah.
Really nice from Gordy. Very well deserved after that performance, because yeah, that was I think that was the first time. I don't know if we saw him restart. I can't remember, but I think that was all one nice fluid run. Yeah, really nice. And,
Max.
go on,
So,
sorry.
no, I was say Max has just ripped there, so he's given up on his run. I think he's just realised that the spin is over.
We'll have
Yeah.
a quick look at the brackets as well. But yeah, it was unfortunate for Max there. And this was a lower bracket round 3 game, I believe. So we can straight on down here. So that is unfortunately Max leaving at Roulette Rivals 8. So that's the last of his action. But Gordiniroy will be moving on to our losers bracket round 4. And he will face the winner of Eclipse versus Matty Spice, which I believe was going to happen today. I think that might have been delayed now.
Yeah.
Not too sure, but there's plenty of other action going on. We've got plenty coming up if we just have a look at those upcoming games. So we've got Observer versus Mikulas. That is at 8 p.m. CEST and on Broach channel. We've got Soviet versus Fopper tonight as well. That's at 9 p.m. CEST. We've got Mika versus Yanini tonight at 9:30 CEST. And we've got 2 games at 10 p.m. CEST. We've got Eclipse and Matty Spice, but like I said, I think that one's been moved. So maybe ignore me on that one. And we've got Chromex versus Conrad as well. And we've got one final game, actually, that is tonight. It's just a bit of a late one. We've got Hans versus Tino, and that is at 12:30 a.m. Hosted by Barbecue. And then, yeah, we've got a game, the last one on here is just, that's tomorrow morning. We've got Zuka-chan versus TK47. So, plenty of action upcoming tonight as well, actually. It's going to be busy from 8 o'clock tonight. So, yeah. Anything you want to sort of say to sum up that game?
Yeah, it was an interesting one. It was interesting to see a New York go that long. Interesting to see how they approached it. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how that goes for the rest of the tournament. I haven't seen many of the New Yorks or the Dartmoors yet, other than playing one. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how various different spins might throw that up. And yeah, a good match. Yeah, Gordy, solid in Marrakesh. So can't ask for more.
Yeah, it's a really good map. And yeah, so thanks very much for joining me, Crewdy. Thanks, Froat, for adminning this game for us. And most importantly, as always, guys, thanks everyone for watching. And we'll catch you on Froat's channel in, what is that, about 2 hours, 10 minutes, I think. No, 1 hour and 10 minutes, sorry. And yeah, that'll be just the start of the action tonight. There's plenty more to come. Cheers, guys. Bye.